As someone who has never purchased vela before in her life, I feel like I really had to make this video. This is her fall, right? She was racist. Let's see this picture. Girls who would always call themselves vela girlies, there was some level of arrogance behind that. I will just stand on that. I'm going to stand on that. And the main focus is like, let's sell $35 hijabs to little girls who are already struggling with wearing their hijabs in high school, in college, even in elementary school. Let's make it even more difficult for them. Let's show them that this is what that beautiful hijabi looks like, wearing tons of makeup. And I'm not being a hater, I'm really not. This is what young girls see. I have nieces. Why are we doing this to little girls? Do you realize how difficult it is to wear a hijab? We need to go back to making it feel like you are being empowered, not feeling stuck. And if this is all that they see, it's gonna make it even more difficult. Muslim creators taking it off left and right, and these are Muslim creators who have money, who wear makeup, who are older, right? Like, think about the little girls. Like, they're looking up to us, right? They're looking up to us as creators. They're looking up to us as women, right? In general, the whole term vela girlies, it was always cringe to me. No one is better than anyone else. And there is some level of arrogance when you do say, hey, I'm a vela girly, or like, oh yeah, vela girlies, like, we're better than you. That is what it translates to. Actions come with consequences. If you're on a platform, if you have a whole business and someone finds out something about you, like, it's gonna come up. There was an apology on her end, but it seemed kind of fake to me. And now she has her fall because I don't know. I feel like if you're starting off something in an Islamic way, keep Islam a part of it. Don't make it something that's completely off of whatever Islam is teaching. Islam teaches inclusivity, right? Yes, she has different colored skin women, but again, you're kind of just going back into the whole whatever I mentioned earlier about expensive clothes, expensive makeup, expensive hijabs, and missing the whole point of what we're even wearing the hijab for. So I think bringing that back is really important. And I have always thought that it was toxic. I did always feel like it was this, you know, cool girls club that you're not invited in. And take with this what you will.
Highly surprised. They own slaves, they sold slaves. They have one of the biggest slave trades in history. And you want to be surprised that they're racist. Let me ask you this, before you start saying, oh, it's a religion, where did they originate in? Where one of the biggest slave trades happened. And it's still happening today in Saudi Arabia.
Vela controversy explained and broken down. Okay, so we have this brand called Vela. They sell hijabs. And by the way, someone made a comment, this is not Vela. I'm an outsider. I've never purchased Vela. I don't plan on purchasing Vela. I wear my hijabs from local shops. This is a logical critique, okay? Let me be clear. Just because you're saying logical critique, it is not hate. I do not hate anyone or any brand or any company. Here's the thing with Muslims. The reason our community can never be better is whenever someone has a critique, it is interpreted as hate. Oh, imagine hating on a Muslim-owned brand. Nobody said we hate them or that we hate Marwa or the owners. We did, however, find out that she is racist, that she posed with the N-word, and I will link all the pictures and everything. However, a Somali creator made a video saying that she thinks Vela is a cult. Everyone came for her neck. And then another creator, I think, don't quote me, I think she's from Pakistan, said that she started wearing hijab again after 13 years. I will tag everyone, but you can go watch her videos. But another creator made a video saying, critiquing the same thing. She said that they are selling an image. They're selling the idea of being a Vela girly. They're not selling you the hijab. They're selling you the concept. And everyone's like, well, if it's your interpretation of the concept. No, it's the way you guys act. It's the way you guys act in the hijabs, in the coffee shops. It is a clique mentality. It's I'm a Vela girly, you're not. It's a clique mentality. It's actually separating us. The people who are coming from the outside and saying, I think overconsumption and cliqueism isn't good. Now we're saying, oh, they're labeling us as the ones who are separating. We are not the ones separating. We're simply pointing out the facts and the obvious. So the obvious is overconsumption, that point blank period. Okay, How are we going to say we need to boycott all of these things for Gaza, but over here we're over-consuming hijabs? Okay, you're losing the plot. Like, greed is greed, point blank, period. 1. 2, the second point is the concept. They're selling you the idea of being part of this elite group. It's just like social groups, like golf clubs and being part of a country club, all of those things. It's the exact same idea, okay? You're part of vela girlies. The same concept, okay? The third thing is the racism. We found out she has racist roots. She made an apology, but that doesn't mean we need to forgive her and move on. I don't know a lot about Marwa, but I do know that she had a problematic past, and I used to be on Muslim Muslim Twitter, before it was X, before TikTok was even a thing, before COVID, okay, pre-Black Lives Matter, pre-2020, all of that stuff. And what I do know from growing up here in Canada is that it is inherently known that Arabs see themselves as higher Muslims than Black Muslims, and they don't try to hide it. Okay, so this issue is more than just about vela. There's so much layers to this issue that we're breaking down. But if you can never actually open your ears and your mind to listen, you're always going to find everything as a personal attack. No one is forcing you guys to buy them. That's not what this is about. You're completely missing the point. Also, I don't need to be forced to do anything because I think for myself, because I have critical thinking, okay? Like, this is not about the actual product only. There's so many layers to this.
She's an Arab Muslim, and she took a photo doing something really racist, okay? And a lot of Arab Muslims are coming to defend her, while a lot of Black Muslims are rightfully upset. Now, a lot of people, their defense for her being a racist is, well, she's Muslim. We as Muslims shouldn't criticize another Muslim. God forgives.
I'm gonna need people to stop saying that she did it by accident. It was 10 years ago, you know, it was by accident. It wasn't by accident. Because please, somebody let me know where in the world you can get an N-word sofa from. Like, what establishment is this? Because she's clearly outside in like a restaurant or something. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if this was some sort of Libyan slave trade themed shisha lounge. Habibi, please come, sit down. You want shisha? You want shisha? No problem. Just go sit down on the N-word sofa. It's VIP. VIP, very special. Like, bro, all those $30 that you were spending, $35 on the hijab, bro. She used that money to get a VIP N-word sofa, bro. For the shisha, bro. And that's the only explanation I can come up with, because there's no other logical explanation for where this is. All those $30 that you were spending, $35 on the hijab, bro. She used that money to get a VIP N-word sofa, bro. For the shisha, bro. And that's the only explanation I can come up with, because there's no other logical explanation for where this is.
I'm not surprised that we have Muslims coming out telling Black Muslims that they need to accept Vela Hijab's apology, because that's what Muslims do. As Muslims, we're meant to forgive. Only Allah can judge. I love how you guys like to use the religion when it's convenient for you, but you don't regard it in any other aspects. The fact that the last sermon that the Prophet ﷺ gave to the Arabs was no non-Arab is better than an Arab, and no Arab is better than a non-Arab, and you still did not absorb that message. The Arab slave trade is bigger and longer than the transatlantic slave trade, but because we never talk about the Arab slave trade, we just pretend like it never existed. The reason that East Africa is made up the way it is and our phenotypes is the way it is because of the Arab slave trade. In modern day times, Saudi Arabia and Arab countries are the worst when it comes to enslaving people from Africa and Asian countries. And before y'all complain saying, no, they wanted to go there to work, when you take away people's passport and their ability to contact their families and you abuse them, that is slavery. And please, I would beg of y'all to look up what happens to African women when they complain that they get assaulted by Arab men in the UAE. Go see what happens to those women. This is beyond ridiculous. We really should be addressing the racism in the Arab community, but you guys like to use Islam to hide under your racism by saying you guys are oppressor, you can't do the oppressing. You guys are the worst offenders when it comes to racism towards the Black community. I hate it when it comes from the white community, but I literally cannot understand it when it comes from the Arab community. You are told better. If you consider yourself Muslim, you should not be able to be racist, but you guys still are. I don't understand how that works. If you are a non-Black person, a non-Black Muslim, and you're in the comment section saying that we should be forgiving or you're accepting the apology on behalf of Black Muslims, why?
Stop silencing Black Muslims and start advocating for them. How embarrassing is it to say that we are one ummah, yet when the most popular viral hijab company gets called out for racism, non-Black people are trying to force forgiveness and support out of Black Muslims experiencing this suffering. Of course, it's going to be easy for you to forgive them because you are not Black nor in their shoes. And it's very ironic because most of the people who are saying that we should just brush this off are Arabs, not all Arab people, but it's just ironic knowing their history. If you didn't know this, at some point Arabs have owned slaves. So yes, was this a long time ago? Yeah, but she was also 25 years old, rearranged the letters to spell out that word, edited the photo, put a caption, and uploaded for thousands to see. So yeah, it might be easier for you to let this go because you don't hold the generational trauma that Black people do with the N-word. However, as Muslims, we are supposed to have empathy. You guys do know that we have a Black revert prophet, peace be upon him, who experienced racism, and at the time, our ummah was humiliated, felt ashamed, and felt guilty for the racism that he experienced. So why are people commenting, non-Black people commenting, oh, we will forgive you if you just restock fonts? Stand up.
If you've been keeping up with my Instagram stories, you know that for a while I've been designing inspired outfits of their hijabs. However, I was not coming out with any dupes for their hijabs.
Speaking, there is going to be a large amount of people who are still going to support them. So I guess if racism isn't the last straw for you guys, then I will recreate whatever you guys need to. But I have my own unique designs. I'd rather come out with that. This is very disheartening to see because they are one of my inspirations behind creating my brand. I thought that they morally aligned with my beliefs. I didn't mind spending the extra dollar if that meant that their items were ethically sourced and guided others to hijab, or the fact that they donate to other countries. But if supporting other countries comes with the price of discriminating another minority, then you have lost my support and respect. The best PR move that they could do to save them right now is donate to Congo, Sudan, or other Black Muslims that are suffering and need our help, or provide your consumers with discounts. And if they don't, I will. You guys are literally my inspiration behind my Melanin is Beautiful collection. Colorism is a huge thing in the Latino community. So in a world where Afro-Latinas, Morenas, Blaxicans, and other Black people are excluded from the conversation, I wanted a collection that makes you feel like your melanin is beautiful. During Black History Month, I gave you guys a month of discounts, and now you guys have another chance to save more.
Hey you all, I hope you guys are doing great and thank you for coming back to my channel. So this time I've decided to make a video about this whole Vera hijab controversy that is happening. Guys, this has been trending for days now, hey? For days. So it's Black Muslims versus Arabs, white Muslims, I guess. Are Arabs white? I don't know, I stand to be corrected, but yeah, it's been going on online, and I just wanted to, you know, give you different viewpoints of what people are saying. But I think it's something that affects a lot of Black Muslim because they have a history regarding what Vera did. I think it's Vera, her name, I'm not sure. What he did, which is an insult to Black Muslims and also the Arab. They're busy promoting forgiveness, but it's also something that they can relate to. I think that's why they don't understand the gravity of the issue. But then again, yeah, that's what the video is all about. I hope you guys can watch and really got to understand everything that is happening for those who don't. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the amazing stuff. See you on the next one. Ciao.